Hi y'all, how you doing? It's another day and I'm so grateful. While most people go to church today, it's a Yom HaChad, aka Sunday. Most people go to church and a lot of people are resting from, the hard days of work and partying and maybe getting prepared to go back to work. I'm chilling in my house. And, it's crazy because our day is a Shabbat, which is Saturday sunrise to Sunday sunrise. So what people celebrate on Sunday is what I celebrate on Saturday. And today, I'm actually heading into my office to fix up my office. Because since we moved to this new place, nice, still waiting on furnitures and, this place, you're going to see it. You're going to go through a period where you see this place really looking really nice. We need a new couch. I was going to fix this couch, but I think I'm going to get the boneless couch. All of that's coming. But my office, I don't even have the furniture from my office right now because I gave that all to my daughter. And this office is a lot smaller than the office that I usually have. But you know what? It's bigger than the one I just left when I lived up there in the Highlands. So, hey, blessings. So today, come with me. I'm going to actually fix up my office. Don't judge me, all right? I was just in the mood. And didn't feel like doing anything. So I just brought everything and just kind of like toss it down. All right. So I'm going to fix up my office today. I have a plan for it. I'm going to show you a picture of what I intend to do with this small space. Something like that. It's not going to be like that, but it's something like that. So don't judge me. Watch this. Hi, I'm Mika Alban Yaosharal, and welcome back to my channel. Oh my God. Yeah. This is me just throwing stuff down on the ground and all my importance. That's me. Everything was there and I kind of just pushed things back to move things out the way. There goes my kite, and it's just a mess right now. But I did get some things up. Like I put this nice little thing up here. Believe it or not, this is a shower curtain that my friend was throwing out. But once I saw it, yeah, Nashe. I won't tell you which Nashe it is. But yeah, once I saw it was written on it, I said no. So I took it in, man, and I cleaned this bad boy up. I actually, I cleaned it up. I scoured it and I put it out to dry. And look at that, man. Look at this. How could you throw this thing out? Man, no way. Support for others. Unstoppable. Think about this. Optimistic, relentless, obsession, striving for, with, achieve, greatness, passion, prepared, patient, strong. Come on. I am a leader. How could he want to throw this out? How could he want to throw that out? I'm like, no way, man. So I took that and I thought it would be a great background, So that's what I did. I just brought in the background here and I said, this is going to be something that when I sit here, that would be behind me. So because of the space, I'm trying to see how I can make this office functional. I'm going to put up a picture of what I had in mind, but I don't have the space for it. But I'm going to put something up where I think that, maybe we can make it at least look a little bit like that. Now you might be wondering, what is this up here? This is sacred, man. This is a sacred pan that I mix my manka in. That I'll show you a little bit. Again, a little diagram or picture up there. This is what we mix our manka in. This is an offering towards Yahweh. So I bring this specially I put the special because it's holy. So I don't mess with that. I don't want that nowhere near the kitchen. That's holy. And, this is my closet right here. This is my closet. One of them at least. And as you can see, nothing is neat. It's just, everything is just tossed in there. You know what I mean? Everything is tossed in there. And yep. This is my closet. But guess what? See all these clothes? I'm going to replace all these clothes. All these clothes are going to be replaced because some of these clothes are maybe polyesters and double material and stuff like that. And I want to be healthy and I want to be strong. I want breathable clothes. So I'm going to go linen, cotton, and wool. This and some denim. That's going to be my new look, because I'm a priest of Yahweh, man. I'm a priest. I'm supposed to look a certain way and, think a certain way, behave a certain way, look a certain way, act a certain way. So I want to start looking differently, and I want to wear clothes that actually feeds my body and not take away from my body. So all of these things here, they're temporary. And all right, so check out my hats. I like the King's hat, and the reason for that is, it just let me know what, that I come from a kingly line, that I myself are a king. My wife's a queen. And, I don't even like to use those terminologies because if you really look at the history of the word queen, you'll see that it actually didn't really mean, it don't mean what it means. So my wife's like an empress, you know what I mean? So as a king, I'm coming from a kingly line. I want to display that. So this is some of my hats. I really like them. I was never really a hat guy because I had hair. Yeah, I had hair. I had nice, I had everything. I mean, I had S curl, Jerry curls, perm. Yeah, man, believe it or not, S curl, Jerry curls, perm. I had afro, I had buff back, I had the Bobby Brown look, I have the New Jack City look. I had it all, man. I had dreadlocks. Can you imagine that? Yeah, I had dreadlocks at one time. And then start going bald in here. Well, it's crazy. My ex-wife, we had an argument one time, and I said ex-wife, not my current wife, my ex-wife. We had an argument. And I was leaving the house, and I was walking down the stairs, and she yanked my hair, man. I mean, she grabbed me in my hair from up top, and pulled out about 20 strands of my dreads. 20 strands of my dreads, man. And it was, man, I'm telling you, devastated. And this whole ear right here had not grown back. 20 strands of my hair. It was so bad that I had a missing piece here, and that thing hurt me for about 3 weeks. Yeah, man, it was that devastated. And I had to wear my dreads in one just to hide that. And over the years, it just started to getting bigger and bigger in the middle here. And then I started to recede in the front, and I decided, and it's crazy, I decided I wanted to change before I started losing my hair. Because, I wanted everybody to see the dreadlocks, and, I love my dreadlocks, get a lot of attention with it, but I wanted something different. I wanted to be different. I want to be seen different. So I just kind of trimmed my dreads, and, I had a low hair for a while, and I was rocking that, little wave and thing. And then, after I see that it started to recede, this is so far you can go back for the lineup, I just decided to go bald, and I love it, man. My wife loved playing my hair. No more hair, but she liked to play in my head. So yeah, I just love it. I'm rocking bald head now, so that's the way it is. And so I have a couple hats. And up here, as you can see, I do have some cowboy hats, some different hats. This is one my wife bought me with all my children on there, and she bought me a shirt. I got 7 kids. Actually, this is 7 children. And then the shirt have the grandchildren. Yeah. And I got a couple hats. I got a couple hats that I like to wear. This is my little felt here. Yeah, you know what I mean? Brother got skills on that, looking kind of cool on it. But, I'm not really a hat guy. That's why you don't see me wear much hat like that. I like to wear the beanies or what I want to do is start wearing my priestly, my priestly look, So, yeah, so that's what that is. And over here, I do have some clothes that I wash. Yeah, I like to wear these kind of things here. Hold on, watch this. Yeah, I like to wear these because, kind of give me it just kind of cover my head. It feels good on my head. I like to wear these, So, if you have any of this, you want to send a brother some, DM me, all right? Like that. Or if you know some nice ones and you just want to, I hit that little, that little heart button down there. You know what I mean? Help a brother out. Anyway, so yeah, I like to wear these. So now I'm going to try to clean up this mess. All this mess that I produce here. It's not a lot to clean up. I'm just like trying to figure out where I'm going to put everything because I don't have much space. As you can see, I bought this little cheap closet thing here. Oh, this one of my nice hat too. I think you may have seen this before. Yeah, I like to wear these kind of hats, I'm not really those kind of hats kind of guy, but I'm kind of more like these, and I like, I don't like it too tall up or top here, just like it more on my head, but you know how that goes. We're working the thing, so, yeah. And these are some of my lights, my light for my studio. I ordered some, and my mics are coming, so, no, actually, those are my, you can see those are my stands, because I'm going to start a podcast, because my brother like to talk, and I got a lot of things to say. Yeah, and of course, this right here is my swimsuit, my dive suit. Yeah, I'm a certified diver. Yeah, I got my suit and my fins over there. Check out my fins. My fins over there, as you can see. I got a whole bunch of these too, not just one. And I got a bag that I do for diving. Where is it? Oh, right there underneath my briefcase. That's my bag for diving right there. It's underneath that. And I got this floater thing here that I bring with me. You know what I mean? And this is my lights. I got a few of these to put up. Got one right here. So kind of light here. Just kind of make this thing a little, put in the corner there. So I do have some things. So yeah, man. And I got my machete. Don't mess with me, man. I got my machete. Oh man, it's hard to come out. Let me see if I can get this out with one hand here. Yeah, I'll cut it off my hand. I got my little machete. And, it's not for self-defense or anything. It's just, when we go out, we chop wood and stuff like that, for the altar and stuff like that, and go up to the hills and stuff like that. So I bought this machete for that. I don't really chop wood and anything like that, though. But, it's nice to have a little machete, from the islands, you know what I mean? Yeah, so you see my office. So a little bit of mess. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to straighten this bad boy up a little bit and see if I can turn this into a nice little studio, very small studio. I will definitely have, be able to set up my cameras in there and do personal interviews in here. And there's times I'm going to do some YouTube special in here and, just make this nice. But check this out. This balcony, let's go up the balcony here. This is my wife's safe space. This is her space. And we kind of just put that up there to block the dog from going up there, because they come up here and they act like they own the place. So this is an area here where we're gonna make it so nice, and I'm gonna kind of put the studio up here. It's gonna be her safe space, but every now and then I'm gonna come up here and film. So this is gonna be a really nice space. We have the furniture is coming, and once we get this place set up nicely, it'll be a nice studio to do interviews with friends and guests and so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's how that is for right now. But my focus right now is my office. And of course, if you look outside, just a week ago, I cleaned this place up really nice. And look at it now. Look at the place I cleaned up very, very nice. One and a half week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And look at that. It's all grassy again. And I think this is one of the problems I'm having. It's one of the problems I'm having right now. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this. Yeah. I'm trying to decide what do I want to do with this place out here so that I don't have to be doing this all the time. But one of the things that is really stopping me is because the birds, man, my friends, and they come over here and they dig up the yard and they eat some stuff. So I don't want to ruin their little feast area, but I don't want to be maintaining that either. So I'm thinking putting grass there. I want to put a swimming pool. I thought about putting a swimming pool here because, maybe like, what my wife call it, soaker or something like that. Maybe even a hot tub or something. Just something to have there. So, and then I thought about maybe putting gravel. Like dig it down maybe an inch, and then put the plastic over it so the grass doesn't grow back, and then put gravel on it, and that's solved my problem right there. You know what I mean? So, but I got to do something with it because, I'm done doing 9 to 5. I'm done doing physical work. Any physical work that I do must be for the altar. That's it. I got too much information in my head, too much to experience, to not use my communication to make money. And I got to the place now where I've studied enough and learned enough and have enough information where I can make money using money. So the money I'll trade, instead of trading my time for money, I'm going to have money trading for me so I can have time for myself and my family. That's not bad. That's not hard to do. So let's get back to the task at hand. And that's to clean up this dirty office. Look at that. Yeah, it just looked like a pile of mess. So stay tuned. I'm going to do a little thing with this, and then you can tell me what you think afterwards. But before I do, I got my scale down here. Let's see if I'm maintaining my weight. Let's see. Because I was 310 pounds, y'all. And I lost 50 something pounds, man, y'all. Yeah. And so I'm maintaining it. And the thing is, as you can see, stomach used to be out here and a whole lot of flab on the side, all gone. And, I could just work and just lose it and just get it down. No, I want to make my weight loss a lifestyle. So I don't want to rush this thing. I don't want to rush it and go down to my desired weight of 230, 240. I don't want to do that. And then, it's not, I'm not conditioning the mind for it because I took the weight off so fast and then I don't maintain it. So I'm fluctuating back and forth. No, I'm maintaining. So I lost 50 pounds and I stayed here. So let's see now how much I am. And then, gradually 5 pounds here, 10 pounds there. And once I get to my weight and I maintain it because I'm disciplined and I understand weight loss and I understand nutrition and I understand how to keep it off just by making it a lifestyle, can't beat that. So let's see what I look like now. Let's see. Here goes nothing. All right. That's 270. But with these digital scale, you don't want to take the first reading you get. So what you do, you go back again and you try. All right. It says 270. So you try again. One more time. You do it 3 times. And maybe my phone weighed 2 pounds. Because yesterday I went on the scale and it told me 268. Now it's telling me I have 2 pounds. But maybe I eat last night. So I'm 270. So scratch that. See, my multiplication is not right. So I didn't lose 50 pounds. I actually lose 40 pounds. Hey, 40 pounds of flab that was on me. Yeah, I lost 40 pounds. So right now I lost 40 pounds. So let me see. So 270. Let me see if I could get to 260. I want to see if I go to get to 260, and I want to stay there a while because I've been at 260 and going back 268, 260. I'm back and forth, and I've slipped a little bit, but I've maintained my eating habits because I've been eating like once a day. But it's crazy though. I do a lot of drinking, and not liquor because I'm not a liquor guy. I don't drink liquor, but I drink a lot of juice. And so what I have to do is I have to cut out my juice drink. I'm drinking a little pot juice, sweetness. My brother is sweet. So, brother is sweet. So he has to maintain the sweetness, you know what I mean? So now I recognize that I got to cut out the amount of juice that I consume. I do eat a lot of I can't say eat a lot of vegetables. I do eat a lot of fruits. and I got to get back to my natural fruits and fruit juice and make my smoothies and just stay. But I do drink, and I find myself using the juice as a buffer. I find myself using the juice as a buffer because sometimes, being disciplined in the finance, I don't want to be going out buying stuff all the time. So I buy my fruits and, I buy my fruits on Friday. Right? Yom HaShashay. Let's say I buy my fruit on Friday, and I will eat my fruits Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and maybe into Monday. And then once the fruit is done, I don't buy any more fruits until Friday again, because I'm being disciplined in my finance. And so when the fruits is gone, I use juice as my buffer. Because there's just so much water you can drink before you're like, all right, I need to take something. You know what I mean? So, and I do mix the water with the lime, and I have my little shop things that I haven't really been doing because lime is expensive. Lime is like 25 pesos per lime. And so you buy 15, 16 limes and you mix some juice and you put it in this and you put it in that. They go pretty fast. And like I said, when you're disciplined in your finance, you don't just want to buy stuff, so you want to make it last. And that's what's been happening. So because of that, I've been turning to juice. So now that I'm aware of that, I can make the changes. Because one of the biggest problems is that we're unaware of the things we do. We're expecting great results, and then, we were not aware, so we keep doing the same things and trying to find different results, and then it's insanity. Yeah, so that's it. So now, how do I combat that? How do I combat that? Here's something that I decided to do. I decided to open the window. It's getting a little hot in here. It's getting hot in here. And to avoid me using the air condition, open the goddamn window. There you go. No, that's not what. Here's what I decided to do. Because I'm aware of my health, I'm aware of my finance, I'm aware of the things that I do, now I can literally make changes for what's better for me, right? If you think about trying to save money and not take care of your health, then here's what you don't realize, or here's what you might not be aware of. The money you're trying to save and not take care of your health by buying the things that you need to keep your body in health. And we say it all the time. Oh man, this is expensive. Food is expensive. To eat healthy is expensive. That may be true comparing to the normal spending and the normal things that you would get. But here's what you may or may not be aware of. Here's what you may or may not be aware of. The doctor bill is also expensive. The time away from your family is also expensive. The time laying up in a bed is also expensive. The time not able to physically do what you normally do or normally take for granted the way you do it is expensive. The doctor bill is expensive, guys. I say it again. Right? The pain, that's expensive. You don't want to have pain. So you're going to pay. And there's something I've learned in life. Life is not free, y'all. Life is not free. Listen, we have this illusion of what we think free is because it might be free for us, but it's not free. It's costing somebody something. Life is not free. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay. One way or the other, you're going to pay. Somebody has to pay. Have to pay. It's either you're going to pay or somebody's going to pay for you. Maybe a loved one, maybe a friend, maybe a brother. You know what I mean? It's going to cost you. And I think that's why I want you to understand that. So if it's going to cost you anyway, why not spend on your health? Why not spend on your life? And what's the most valuable thing to you? What's the most valuable thing to you? Because I'm telling you, listen, hear me. Please, listen to me. Hear me right now. Everything that's on the outside, everything that's outside of you is of less value than what's on the inside of you. Everything that is on the outside is of less value than you. Here's my lineup is I believe in a God whose name is Yahweh. That's my God. That's our God. That's the God we worship. He comes first and foremost in everything in my life. Right? Then you know who comes second? I know some of you would say the children come second. I know some of you would say the wife comes second. I know some of you would say the business, my priority, comes second. Listen to me. You know who comes second in my life after the Creator? Me. I come second. For years, I've been putting myself last. I've been denying myself. Those days are over. Because what I've learned, and I've learned this from Jim Rohn, Yah rest his soul. I learned a lot from Jim Rohn. Go check out Jim Rohn on YouTube, man. He got a lot of things, positive things to tell you. Work on yourself. Spend time on yourself. Work on yourself. I learned a lot from this man that really, really changed the way I look at things. Changed the way I see things. You know what I mean? Work harder on yourself than you do at your job. Stuff like that. Change my perspective, man. Change how I see things, man. So you gotta take interest in yourself. You gotta put interest in your education. And I'm not just talking about going to some school and some college and learning, because the system is programming you to become a slave to it, to feed it. You're like a battery to the system. Education is in the air. You can't just grasp it. You know what I mean? You just reach out and grab it. You go to school, you go to college. Now the degree only proves one thing, that you're able to commit to any one thing for a certain amount of time. Because you have your degree, you go to school, you get your diploma. And guess what? You show your diploma, and what they ask you, what was the first thing they ask you? How much experience you have. Because they understand, even with your degrees and your degrees and all the kind of accomplishments certified, if you don't have experience in the field, you're no good. Yeah, you went and work all this time, spent all this money, but you don't have no experience. Experience is everything, y'all. Experience is everything. And so I'm learning these things, I'm grasping these things, and I'm applying these things to my life, and I'm telling you, I'm a better man for it. And I'm hoping that you watching today, you become a better person for it. Because listen to me and hear what I'm saying. You got to invest in yourself, in your mind, in your health. You got to invest in that. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, once you are the best that you can be for yourself, then you can be and give that best to the next person. Your wife, your children, your business, your friends, your career. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But you got to be the best for yourself. And so that's why most people lose themselves in the process. Anyway, man, this is why I need a podcast. This is why I have to have a podcast, because I have so much to say that you don't have the patience to hear on YouTube. Okay? You know why I say that? Because your attention span, you have been programmed through flicking and clicking that you can't stay focused for 5 seconds. We all are programmed like that. We want the next thing, the next high, what's the next. Nobody can sit down and watch a program for 30 minutes anymore unless they're totally entertained. So I want my podcast so I can, get you guys up. So my podcast is coming. I'm just waiting to do it right. I don't want a video cast and work backwards. I learned this from Charlemagne the God. I learned some things from these guys, because I learn from everybody. And what he says, the podcast audio is where you make the income, is where you make the impact. The video, you make an impact on the video, but working the video first or on YouTube, it's like you can be controlled no matter what. So I'm not even worried about that. But what I'm saying is that working it backwards, a YouTube and then going to the audio is backwards. I want to work it from the bottom up. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to hit my stuff from the bottom up and start out on my podcast audio And yes, I'm gonna video it too as well, but I want to get that in there for you all. So yeah, look out for that, man. Understanding through experience. It's gonna be powerful, man. It's gonna be powerful. I try to do a little bit on YouTube, and just like a mock thing, me and my daughter, just to see how it kind of fears and how we talk. And I put up 2 on the YouTube channel, so go check them out. But like I said, I'm gonna have my own YouTube channel for that, so I'm gonna need you guys to go over there and subscribe to that channel as well. And I do have another channel called Make Alban Aaron, where I kind of do talk a little bit about my life and how I got to the Philippines and so on and so forth, and of course this channel. But you got to build one thing first. You got to put your mind in one thing first, and that's why my YouTube channel is so important. So please subscribe and hit that like button, and just help a brother out, man. Help me on the come up, because without you I can't do it. I cannot do it without you. Go share this with your friends and tell them, hey, go watch this guy. He's full of energy. This is who I am all the time, full of energy, ready to go. So tell your family and friends to support the brother on the come up, because guess what? Those who are with me on the come up are going to be with me to the end. You know what I mean? And because like Mr. Beast or some of these guys, IShowSpeed or some of these guys, when they get back and they just start to give back. And I want to remember you on the come up. Like I remember this guy, man. He's one of my first subscriber. All right, what can I do for him? And you know what I've been doing? I don't know if you guys noticed that, but some of these people that I reply to, I haven't replied to all of you, but some of the people that I reply to, and I go on your YouTube channel and I check you out and see what you're about, and I subscribe to you. Because guess what? One hand can't clap, 2 hands can clap, right? So two hands wash, can wash, but also 2 hands wash each other, but 2 hands also wash the face. And so I want to bring you up like you're bringing me up. So yeah, if you got a YouTube channel, you subscribe to my channel, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna subscribe to your channel, and I'm gonna encourage you to keep going. I'm gonna encourage you to keep posting, even if you don't have no likes, even if you don't have no comment, just keep posting, but make your content real. Make your content relatable. Make good content. Forget about the algorithm. That algorithm is digital, man. The algorithm is people. If you make good content, this is what I'm learning from those who gone before me on the YouTube channel. Make good content. And for me, my content is about my life here in the Philippines, because I'm never ever going back to America. I'm done with America, right? America is, yes, it might be the land of opportunities, but not for us black people. And yes, you might have some opportunity and think you're doing great. Oh, look at me, I got my house, I got my car. But you don't realize even you succeeding is a plan to hold the nation of blacks down. You look at what's happening now. Anyway, I don't want to go there, man. I just want to talk about my office. That's why I think I got a lot in here, and because I'm developing a relationship with you, I want to share these things with you. That's where I'm at. So anyway. All right, let's get back to the office. Let's get back to the office, because this is what this is really about, my office. All right. So much stuff. Sometimes when you have all this stuff, you just gotta start tossing stuff out the door. So much stuff. Where to put stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm still in that. Yeah. Seems like I've been working forever and I haven't made a dent yet. I get rid of half of this goddamn thing in here. Coming along, it's coming along. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Making a dent, baby. Making a dent. Making a dent. Yep. Making a dent. Few more little knickknacks. And I'll make it all clean. Making a dent. Oh, you don't have enough space, you just gotta make space wherever you can. I gotta clean up this cluster right here and underneath right here, and then I'll have accomplished my task. Now I mop. May not be much, but it's better than before. Check it out. What do you think? Comment below. I want to know what you think. No furnitures yet, but I'm really looking to do up this place. And this is like my little safe space, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's it. The before and the after. And there you have it, my office. Thank you. Until next time, shalom.